good evening. We're back on again. Bonus 2 prediction shows with the boys tonight. We've got JFT down bottom, LT Sweet Boxing Science on a crafty smoke break, shall we say, to get his picks in for the additional 2 world title fights then on this Vegas ring card tomorrow. Barrios Garcia, we got that one done in the week. This one I think will be, no, the co-main I think is Russell against Hiroka, so this one will be before that. Richardson Hitchins will defend his IBF 140-pound belt against Oscar Duarte. It's a good fight. I think Duarte's been written off a little bit according to the odds makers maybe, but we know how good Hitchins is, Jay. I know you've always sung highly of Hitchins. I picked Paro to beat him. You were adamant that he would beat Paro, and he made it look fairly easy in the end, to be fair. Duarte can punch. Look, Hitchins is 20-0 undefeated. Duarte's been on a good run since Ryan Garcia stopped him before that. So, yeah, curious to get your thoughts on it. Evening, Humble. Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Liam, I'll let you go first, mate, just in case you get dragged away.
Look, it's a great fight, like you say. I think if Duarte didn't have to lose to Ryan Garcia, then it would be getting talked up as a much more even fight by, the boxing fans. But for us, as people who know boxing, we know this is an evenly matched contest. Look, Hitchins had that, should we call it a breakout performance when he dethroned Paro? Say what you want about it. And a lot of people, after that were expecting him to kick on. And we feel like hopefully on a big stage, on a ring card, this could be his opportunity. But if he's overlooked Duarte, like a lot of boxing media and boxing pundits seem to have done, then he could come unstuck, couldn't he? Look, Duarte will be there for 12 rounds. If he's going to get put away, it will be getting iced in a similar way to what Ryan Garcia done to him, won't it? It won't be, it won't be a case of if it goes 12 rounds and fight, work rate in time. Well, and then, yeah, Hitch, you make.
I think me and Sam will pretend we got that.
No, we missed the last part, but yeah, we got the most gist.
We got the gist.
Must be some good Wi-Fi over there, Liam. Big up Enzo. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Hitchins
Underground, lads.
TKO for Enzo. Jay, where are we at, my friend?
Yeah. Firstly, I just want to say, come on, the Bradford Bulls, back where they belong. If Liam wasn't pretending to be a statue, I could banter him about us playing proper rugby up north. See you tomorrow, Liam. Look, you know I'm a massive fan of Richardson Hitchins and have been for a while. I first got wind of him sort of 5 or 6 years ago before he was in on the mainstream and always knew that he was of a standard to get to where he's at now and be a world champion and be a world-class fighter and be in some really good fights. For me, I'm on the side of the masses in terms of the boxing fraternity. I sort of dismissed Duarte's chances, and I'll tell you why. He's very flat-footed, and Hitchinson's fleet of foot, and he knows how to deal with punches. Liam Paro was, a puncher, and everybody thought that this brash kid would get dealt with. And I just think that Hitchins, and I don't mean he's going to be very dismissive of what Duarte brings to the table, but I think he's seen a lot of this before. Power puncher that throws in clusters and tries to trap you. I just think he's going to be too slick. And I see it being fairly comfortable. And I don't mean he's just going to dominate him and walk through him, but I think there's going to be a clear winner for me. I just think that he outguns Duarte in everything bar power. But Hitchins does it pretty hard himself. He's not feather-fisted and he's not scared to hold his feet every now and again and stand his ground and exchange. I think he would be playing into Duarte's hands if he did do that and tried to sort of outman him, for ego. I think the best chance for Duarte is to try draw Hitchins into a fight, and I think then he could possibly, clump him, hurt him, and overpower him and get him out of there. But I think Hitchins is too clever for that and possibly too slick.
Yeah, I tend to agree with what you said, mate. To be fair, look, Duarte dangerous. Yes, 23 finishes in 30.
Yeah.
But when he's fought at the upper echelon, shall we say, the Ryan Garcias, even to be fair, last time out he went really close with Kenneth Sims Jr. I just think that he might be found wanting a little bit. I'd be impressed if Enzo's result comes through if Hitchins stops Duarte. I think that'd be a real statement.
Definitely.
I think I'll kick on. I think Hitchins will win it on points. I don't think there'll be too much. I mean, if it ends in the distance, I think Duarte will be the one who stops Hitchins.
I think the power lies with Hitchins. And Liam, if you get bored, by the way, Sky Sports Plus has some proper rugby on. We play rugby league up north.
Mate, you know I like league, so you know I'm all over that. Mate.
I'm only joking. The mighty Bradford Bulls are back where they belong. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go Hitchins. Fairly comfortable UD for me. I think he's gonna win a majority of the rounds.
Yeah, I'm the same. 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 2, possibly a shutout if Hitchins really gets into his groove early. As you said, Sam, if a stoppage comes, you'd expect it to come from Duarte. Hitchins, that'll be a real statement. But skills pay the bills, and we know Hitchins can do it for a sustained period of a fight, like he done against Parrow when he picks up the arm.
Yeah.
So
there is one thing before we close, because we are all in agreement here, but I don't know if either of you saw the Lemos fight with guys meant to fight Adam Azim, but it obviously got cancelled. He fought Hitchins in Vegas before he fought Parrow, won the belt. He looked great against Parrow, obviously, but he fought Lemos, and many people thought that Lemos won that fight.
Yeah,
it could have gone either way, and you know, most people think Duarte's better than Lemos, so like it's maybe not a full-gone conclusion, even though most people would be picking, obviously, Hitchins based on his body work so far. But Duarte is a live dog, I think, in there.
Oh, he's definitely, listen, 100% is in the fight, but we also know that, you know, it doesn't work like that. He beats him and you beat him, so you've got to beat him. We know that it does ultimately come down to the performance on the night. And I just think that if the best Richardson Hitchins turns up and the best Oscar Duarte turns up, I just think Hitchins, other than power, is better than him and should win the fight. But, you know, all best laid plans and all that, you know, so we could see a stoppage. But I agree with you, Sam. I think, and as you said, Liam, I think if anyone's going to get a stoppage, it's Duarte's going to knock Hitchins out. He's going to catch him cold and knock him out. But I just think he's going to be too slick for him. I think he'll be fairly comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. Rare one then. We're all in agreement on this fight. It's a brilliant card, to be fair, top to bottom. You've got Garcia Barrios. This fight will do Gary-Antoine Russell against Andy Hiroka next, which I think will probably be the fight of the night on that. I think that's got fireworks. You've got Frank Martins back against Nahir Albright. Who else is on the card? There's Melikuziev's on the card. It's
stacked, mate. It's a fantastic card.
It is. It's one of the better Ring Magazine cards. It's a hardcore card. It's not like full of huge names, but it's definitely full of great fights. We game all night. Thanks for joining us, Hitchins, with the KO for you.
I'm pretty sure there's an undisputed women's fight on at some point. No, I must have made a mistake. Sorry.
No, mate, we've got an undisputed heavyweight fight this weekend. No, it's not Usyk. It's not Fury. It's not Daniel Dubois. The Quote's back in town, but no.
Boyfriend is now a coach and padman, apparently.
God, on that bombshell, we'll see everybody in a minute for Gary